Have you ever noticed how some women walk into a room and look elegant before anyone even pays attention to their clothes? It's not the dress, it's not the bag, it's something the eye catches before the brain processes it, and most people can't name what it is. There's a detail that professional stylists know and rarely say out loud. The belt is read before the outfit. The eye goes straight to the waist. It's instinctive. And when that detail is right, the entire look seems intentional, structured, sophisticated. Today, I'm going to show you the 6 types of belts that do exactly this, and how each one sends a different code to whoever's looking. Code 1. Classic medium leather belt, the belt that creates a silhouette out of nothing. Think of a loose blouse, one of those you love because it's comfortable, but sometimes leaves the look shapeless, without intention. Now imagine the same blouse with a medium leather belt, 4-5 centimeters, positioned right at the natural waist. What happens to the look? The silhouette appears, not because the blouse changed, because the eye now has a point of reference. That's the classic medium-width leather belt, and it works almost magically on loose dresses, oversized blouses, any piece that needs shape without losing comfort. The medium width isn't by accident, not too thin that it disappears in the visual, not too wide that it dominates everything. It's exactly the balance point that defines the waist effortlessly. The essential colors are 3. Black, which goes with absolutely everything and carries immediate professional elegance. Cognac brown, which warms any neutral look. Beige, camel, white, blue jeans, with a casual sophistication that feels natural. And caramel, lighter, perfect for linen clothes. White, earth tones in summer. The buckle matters more than it seems. It should be discreet. Small square or rectangular, gold or silver depending on your jewelry. Never a huge buckle that steals the eye. The belt can draw attention. The buckle shouldn't. And there's a simple trick that few people use. Match the belt color to the shoe color. Brown with brown, black with black. The look becomes coordinated in a way that seems planned, sophisticated, without anyone being able to explain exactly why. But there's a second code, and this one solves a problem almost nobody talks about openly. Code 2. Braided elastic belt. The belt you forget you're wearing. There's a reason many women stop wearing belts. Discomfort. That feeling of tightness after lunch, of staying rigid for hours, of needing to loosen it midday. The braided elastic belt solves this elegantly. It's made of premium elastic with artisanal braiding, not that thin, cheap elastic, but a worked texture that has visual personality. The ends are genuine leather, the buckle is solid metal, and the whole thing looks careful, chosen. But what changes everything is the elasticity. You don't feel tight after eating. You don't adjust in the bathroom. You simply forget the belt is there, and it keeps defining your waist all day long. Imagine being at a long lunch, hours on a plane, a hot summer day where your body naturally fluctuates. The braided elastic belt accommodates all of this without losing its visual shape. It's smart comfort. And people around you only see the result, a defined waist, a structured look, a woman who seems completely at ease. The most elegant colors are the naturals. Camel beige braided, light and dark brown mix, navy with white in a nautical touch. Materials that look artisanal, careful, chosen with intention. For travel, lunches, hot days, or any moment when you want comfort without giving up elegance, this is the right belt. Now comes a different code. This one isn't about comfort. This one is about visual command. Code 3. Wide statement belt. The belt that transforms a basic look into something special. There's a simple piece of clothing most women have and underestimate. The plain dress. No print, no texture, no elaborate detail. A dress that seems forgotten in the closet because it has no appeal. Now imagine that same dress with a wide belt, 6-8 centimeters, at the waist. What happens? The eye goes straight to the waist. The silhouette becomes dramatically defined. The entire look changes register, from basic to intentional, from simple to elaborate. And you didn't change the outfit. You just added a focal point. That's the power of the wide statement belt. It covers a large area of the waist, creates an immediate visual focus, and communicates one clear thing to whoever's looking. This woman understands styling. The most elegant styles include the Japanese-inspired obi, which wraps the waist and creates a dramatic but sophisticated effect. The wide belt with a single large buckle, or the model without a buckle, with a hidden clasp on the side, which is completely clean and modern. Colors that work: black for authority, burgundy for sophisticated richness, dark caramel for warm elegance, and discreet textures like snake or croc that add luxury without needing to shout. But there's a golden rule that makes all the difference. The wide belt is for simple outfits. The more elaborate the belt, the simpler the look should be. And the simpler the look, the more the belt can work. A monochromatic look, beige pants and blouse, for example, with a dark caramel wide belt, gains immediate visual depth. It becomes interesting without needing anything else. And there's a detail few people know that isn't leather, isn't fabric, but carries a shine that the eye detects before everything else. Code 4, gold/silver chain. Belt, the modern belt nobody expects. When most people think of an elegant belt, they think of leather, but there's an alternative that works in a completely different way, and that the most stylish women have been using for decades. The chain belt, gold or silver, with links that catch light in a way leather never can. It's not extravagant, it's subtle. The metal's shine draws the eye from afar, but up close it's refined, delicate, and the movement of the chain as you walk has a fluidity that structured leather simply doesn't have. The secret is in consistency. If you wear a gold chain, your jewelry should be gold. If silver, silver. Mixing metals in the same look is one of the most common mistakes and one of the easiest to avoid. Over a plain black dress, a gold chain creates a visual break that elevates the entire look without competing with anything. Over dark jeans with a black sweater, a silver chain adds a modern touch that seems thoughtful, current, and the position can vary. At the natural waist, it creates traditional definition. A bit lower, over pants, the look becomes more casual and contemporary. The chain can also be used as an alternative to leather in professional contexts. Over tailored pants with a silk blouse, for example. It's different from what's expected, and different, when done with elegance, is always noticed. But now comes the summer code, and this one has a lightness that feels like resort luxury. Code 5, tied linen fabric belt, the belt that looks like a luxury vacation. There's an aesthetic that immediately communicates one specific thing. She knows how to dress in beautiful places. It's the resort look, that combination of light fabrics, natural colors, loose shapes with the right structure. And the belt that completes this code is the tied fabric or linen one. No buckle, it ties. And that simple gesture, a discreet side bow or a front knot, adds something that structured belts can't. Artisanal personality. White or beige linen, thick cotton in terracotta, silk in navy. Materials that breathe, that have visible texture, that look natural without looking sloppy. Imagine a loose white linen dress with a beige linen belt tied at the side. It's the Côte d'Azur aesthetic. It's luxury resort. It's the woman who knows where she's going and knows how to show up. The practical advantage is total. Zero discomfort. Perfect fit. Tie however you want, at exactly the point you want. Lightness in the heat, and you can wash it without special care. For travel, for elegant beach days, for sophisticated summer casual, this belt works like few pieces in the wardrobe. And now comes the last code. This one is the most subtle of all, and for that very reason, it's the most sophisticated. Before we move on to the next trick, have you ever had that awful feeling of opening your closet and feeling like you have absolutely nothing to wear?
I'm just too
To
tired.
solve this, I created a guide where I show how, with just 15 pieces, you can create more than 150 elegant looks. These are combinations that make people turn their heads to look at
her
you.
outfits.
Inside, you'll also discover techniques to look visually slimmer and taller, plus specific
Welcome to our
styling
couture
tricks
class.
to soften fuller arms, wider hips, or a more generous bust. The link to download the guide is in the pinned comment and in the description. Now let's move on to the next trick. And if you're watching on TV, just scan the QR code that appears on the screen or in the corner of the video. Code 6, thin gold or silver belt, the secret of the most elegant looks. Here's something few people notice, and that separates amateur styling from refined styling. When an outfit is already elaborate, printed, textured, with details, many women's instinct is to add more. Statement belt, big jewelry, standout bag. The result? Excess. Visual confusion, everything fighting for attention at the same time. The most elegant women do the opposite. When the outfit is rich, the belt is discreet, thin, an almost invisible detail that just subtly marks the waist, without competing with anything, without stealing the eye from where it should be. The thin gold or silver belt, 1 to 2 centimeters wide, is that code. Over a floral midi dress, it adds definition without visual weight. Over a printed shirt dress, it creates discreet structure. Over a long cardigan, it closes the look in a way that seems natural. Thin premium leather has a tiny, almost invisible buckle. Thin gold chain has a delicate shine that appears when the light hits. Thin brushed metal is absolutely clean, contemporary, without excessive shine. The rule is straightforward. Simple outfit can have a statement belt. Elaborate outfit calls for a thin belt. It's the difference between a look that screams and a look that whispers. And in elegance, whispers always have more impact. This balance is what the eye perceives before everything. Before color, before brand, before price. The eye sees if the pieces are in harmony or in conflict. And when they're in harmony, the woman looks elegant, even if nobody can explain exactly why. 6 belts, 6 different codes. The classic leather that creates instant silhouette. The braided elastic that offers comfort without giving up shape. The wide statement that transforms the most basic look into something special. The chain that adds shine and modernity when nobody expects it. The tied fabric that communicates resort elegance effortlessly. And the discreet thin one that balances elaborate looks with a sophistication that seems natural. None of them are about trends. All are about proportion, intention, and visual harmony. The next time you walk into somewhere, people will notice something different about you, even before they look at your clothes. And if someone asks you what changed, you can simply smile, because now you know the code. Tell me in the comments, which of these 6 belts do you already have in your wardrobe? And which one will you look for first? In the next video, I'll show you other details that the most elegant women use without ever talking about them. Don't miss it.